We have a great show for you today. We're going to be reviewing the Clowning Around pack in WWE 2K22. Give you the rundown of the full thing, everything you need to know, and my overall thoughts on if this latest DLC is worth picking up. Let's have some fun. Let's go. Hey everybody, welcome to Assemble. I'm Matt, great to have you on the show. Let's get right into it. The Clowning Around pack for WWE 2K22 has dropped. It's here, it's live. It came out on time for Xbox players like myself, which is great because last time there was a lot of shenanigans. The Clowning Around pack is giving us the following superstars. You're getting Rick Boogs, you're getting Dewdrop, you are getting Doink the Clown, Mr. T, British Bulldog, and Ronda Rousey. One of the things you get with every DLC pack is the My Faction cards. So head into My Factions to unlock these because you're going to be getting the following cards. I say that assuming you play My Faction. But anyways, let's take a look. You'll get an Emerald Rick Boogs with a rating of 69. Nice. You have a Silver Dewdrop with a level of 63. You get an Emerald Doink the Clown at a level of 68. An Emerald Mr. T, level 71. You have a Gold British Bulldog at level 68. And Ronda Rousey, Emerald 76. I've had time to be able to go through and play every single one and to be able to check out their entrances, listen to the commentary, and I'll give you the full rundown of what you need to know. Because there's some really cool stuff in here. I first want to talk about Doink the Clown. Playing as Doink is a lot of fun. He plays a lot heavier, I find. He's got a lot more power in him. But I had this match against Mr. T just to mess around and play with it. And halfway through the match, there was going to be a run-in. And up on the Titantron, it showed Doink the Clown. And I thought that this was a glitch because it's 2K22. I assumed it was a glitch. And with the distraction, a second Doink the Clown comes out and he hits him with a prosthetic arm. This was cool. This was a fun surprise in the game that they included. So my hat's off to them because this was a nice little touch, a nice little Easter egg they added in. Now following this, I wanted to see if I could still use the prosthetic arm as a weapon, and yes, you can. So if you manage to pull this off, you can go out and you can grab the prosthetic arm and use it as a full weapon in the match. Now speaking of Mr. T, he was probably the one character, the one superstar in this entire pack that I was least excited for. Looking at Mr. T's entrance overall when they released it and then going through it again, it's very lackluster. It's him in the robe. Like, it might as well just been your dad going out to get the newspaper at 6 a.m. in his bathrobe. You can't even see his face. Very uninspiring. Mr. T is a very heavy striker in this game. What is cool is that you do get a lot of commentary if you are going to put him in a WrestleMania match. There is commentary surrounding his moments at WrestleMania involving Hulk Hogan. And if you put him up against Roddy Piper, you will get specific commentary for the two of them like they clashed at WrestleMania.
Two WrestleMania encounters were obviously not enough to settle this rivalry between Mr. T and Roddy Piper. And judging by all the jibber-jabber leading up to this match, I expect nothing short of bedlam.
Get out your popcorn because the gloves are off and the dukes are up.
The two stars that I was pretty pumped about, well, I guess three, but which is like half the pack. But I was excited for Dewdrop, excited for Ronda Rousey, and to try out Rick Boogs. With Dewdrop, she moves at a slower pace, so when you're going up against someone that strikes really quick, you do have to change your fighting style a little bit, but she's very, very powerful. A lot of fun to play, love her power moveset in this. I'm definitely excited to add her into universe mode and to be able to play her a lot more. Ronda Rousey, I wanted to get my hands on and play quite a bit. Her character render, character model in the game, I think they did a really good job. They spent a lot of time giving her a lot of detail. She has the standard Ronda Rousey walk and intro, whether it's going to be with the title or without a title. Showing you now, you can see that we have Ronda with a title belt. So I like that she has her own unique entrance and walk with it. Thankfully, Ronda has the ponytail because the title belt would glitch through the hair. I haven't fixed it yet. But not having played with Ronda Rousey in quite some time since the previous games, it's fun to play as her in the game. She's a really quick striker. I like her judo throw. I do like some of her main strikes that she uses in her grappling moves. And Ronda is supporting her more modern attire, which is great. I'm sure Community Creations is going to be all over this, giving us every kind of version that we have seen out there of her. And once again, if you put her in WrestleMania, there is commentary specific for Ronda at WrestleMania. I wish that they added in Dewdrop and Ronda Rousey specifically the launch of the game. I think that was a mistake, especially Ronda, as we have had her in the previous year's game. I don't think this was necessary at all. However, if we believe the reports that were written out there months ago, the reports that were going out were that they weren't sure if Ronda was going to be in the game or not based off of her real life contract situation with WWE, because right around the time of development, Ronda wasn't even on TV. She had been off for, a year. And then we did find out that she made her comeback, obviously. So then she was put into the game as DLC. But I still feel like if she was under contract with WWE at the time, I think that Ronda should have just been put in the game from day one. Rick Boogs is fun. I don't know how much I'm going to play as Rick Boogs, but I am excited to put him in a tag team with Shinsuke. I put them up against each other in WrestleMania matches to see if there was going to be any commentary trigger. There doesn't seem to be anything that is popping for this. And if you go into the teams, I did go in and reset my teams because I don't trust it. Because with every time we drop a DLC, I always have to reset it because they have some of the teams that are put in there due to the DLC drops. When I reset the teams, there is no new updated teams, such as the Hart Foundation has not been updated. There is no tag team set for Shinsuke and Rick Boogs, so don't expect that to be in the game. Unless they are going to add it in a future patch, we might see that. But at this time, there is no Shinsuke Boogs introduction with the guitar playing or any of that, which is a big disappointment. I think that's a letdown. I think at the very least, they could have put them in there as a team. But if you guys find anything hidden in there in the files, or if you find a specific motion that works, let me know in the comments. And the last star on the pack that I've had time to be able to play is going to be British Bulldog. First couple of playthroughs, I played as British Bulldog in a SummerSlam match against Bret Hart. And what is cool is you are getting specific commentary between the Hart family.
The Hitman, Bret Hart, I believe just as popular as the British Bulldog, Davey Boy Smith. Two great competitors about to collide here.
Yeah, this matchup is just tearing the respective families apart.
I'm sick and tired of hearing about tearing families apart. Man up.
It's got to be a very sensitive topic in the Hart household, Corey. I hope tonight can finally settle it.
Let them beat each other into oblivion. There's still like 80 other family members.
So this is the one thing that I always enjoy about WWE 2K games, and specifically with the commentary dialogue that they use and what they add in there into the game, is that they always try to make something specific references to their history, historic matches and matchups. It adds a lot more depth to the game that is sorely needed at this point. And this pack is a lot of fun. I will give it a lot of credit. It's a mix bag of everything. You are getting modern superstars, and you are getting some legends in there too, and then they throw in Mr. T for fun. It does help to round out the roster a lot more. Getting modern stars, getting current stars like Ronda Rousey back in the game, getting Doudrop and Boogs in there. It really does help players, I think, be able to flush out their entire rosters from beginning to end. And Doink the Clown, I am surprised how much fun I am having playing as him. He's going to be great to be able to go through and having a more retro style universe mode and put him in matches against Bulldog or Bret Hart or Hulk Hogan. So I will chalk this DLC up as a win. A couple of things to know for yourself if you are getting the DLC or you got the DLC is make sure that you check out any of the updated moves that have been added. There are new sections of downloaded moves, taunts, finishers, signatures, obviously. So make sure that you can go through, because there is a full rundown of all of the new moves that are in there and available based off of the DLC pack. The DLC is going to run you about $9.99 US to $12.99 Canadian individually. If you have the NWO for Life edition of the game, the digital version, you get this in the season pass, so it's all in there. Deluxe editions, if you have physical or digital copies, you have the season pass. DLC is in there. Manually download the DLC, ladies and gentlemen. If you are sitting there and you're like, it's not popping, I don't have it, where is it? I can tell you, try and go into the store, manually download the DLC. It won't pop up on its own. Go into the options of the game, find it, add it, or go to the respective store and download the DLC individually. I do give this DLC a win. I think that there is enough here for players to get their hands on. Each individual star plays differently. Good variety. I'm happy with it. The whole damn pack is the next one and the last one that we are going to get from WWE 2K22. But this is a significant improvement from the last DLC pack that we got earlier this month. I just hope that they add more patches and more updates to the game, because we still need it. And if you need to know about the latest patch 1.15, I have the full patch rundown right here. Thanks for watching, everybody. See you on the next episode.